Hello everybody and welcome back to That Handicapping Show sponsored by TVG. I'm Tom Lamar, joined by Evan Hammonds this morning. The holiday weekend is upon us. 3 straight days of horse racing, a lot of stakes this weekend throughout the country. The main grade ones are on Monday, of course, headed by the Metropolitan Handicap. Should be a good card Monday at Belmont Park. However, we're looking at the Saturday program in New York, which features the Grade 2 Sheepshead Bay for females at 1 3/8 miles on the inner turf course. Field of 10. It looks like the weather is clearing up in New York. They were off the turf on Wednesday. Looks like low 80s and some sunshine this weekend, so I think that the race will stay on the grass. It's a good competitive field. We're going to start with Evan to see exactly what he came up with, because there's lots of ways to go in this race.
Yeah, it's a very, very competitive field, and you like to see that with older fillies on the turf. Good handicapping angle. I came up with 2 here, which is 2 horses here, which is Stuart Janney's Hit It Rich and Flaxman's Aruna, both probably figured to be in the mix odds-wise, not stepping out with any long shots here, but Hit It Rich really has a great pedigree, coming from that great Lord at War, Condé Carey female family. A little light on experience, or stakes experience, I think, so I kind of landed on Aruna, who last year, after she won the Spinster, they kind of questioned whether she would like 1 3/8 miles. They went ahead and went in the Breeders' Cup, and she performed really well. She was only beaten a length. And she has 1 start this year, which was a nice prep race. Kind of an odd race at Keeneland. The Jenny Wiley, very slow pace. I think they went, it was a very odd race. They went 50, and I think we had to go back and look 1:15 and 1. Daisy Divine won. And funny, off the board were Aruna and Zagora. Zagora came back and won the Gallerette at Pimlico. Yes. So I'm gonna go with the class play here with Aruna.
All right, I can't argue with those 2 picks. They're absolutely usable. Hit It Rich is really interesting because she's never run outside of Grade 3 company, as you pointed out, but you know, she's got some early speed, and quite frankly, at this particular point, we don't know how that turf course will play on Saturday. That might be the place to be. Aruna, I did bet Aruna in the Breeders' Cup in their turf, and I thought she ran well too. Yeah. But you know, she lost. She ran 5th, 1 length. One length behind the winner, and quite frankly, I'm going to toss the Jenny Wiley too. I'm not sure what happened in that race. I'm going to go with Principal Roll on top. Juddmonte filly by Empire Maker, raced in Europe last year, ran 3rd in a Group 1 behind Midday. Made her first start in the States on May 5th at Belmont, 1 16/16 on the turf, but she closed really well behind Winter Memories, who won the race. And I think, who is a, well, is a potential champion, I would think.
Yeah, and she's going to show up on, the plan is for her to run in the Just a Game on Belmont Day. So.
Exactly. And, you know, 1 16/16, 1 3/8 miles clearly is much more appropriate for Principal Roll. I haven't seen the morning line odds yet. I think she will be one of the favorites. 101 brisk speed figure in her last start, which is the highest one in the field last start. I just liked her last race. She ran short. She closed against a really, really good filly, and I think now is the time to stretch her back out, and I think she'll be hard to handle. So, you like anybody else? Long shot pick, perhaps?
Not really. I mean, I'm a little intrigued a little bit with Distorted Legacy, a little bit off of her good run last year in the Flower Bowl, but I'm sticking with my top 2.
All right, Magical Cat is another interesting one. A 4-year-old made her first start in the States in April at Aqueduct and won an allowance race on the grass. She's also going to stretch out here. So that is the Sheepshead Bay, extremely competitive, and we wish you the best with your selections in that race. That's it for this week's That Handicapping Show, sponsored by TVG, and again, we also thank Brisk for the past performances. For Evan, I'm Tom. We'll see you next week. Have a great weekend.